Pikachu!
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. Go to rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information. Housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Did you know Shuckle's the slowest Pokemon? Did you know that Rhydon's the first Pokemon ever designed? Oh, you do? Good. Well then I'm going to tell you some Pokemon facts that I think you don't know. I went out of my way to find facts about Pokemon that if you were to tell a seasoned Pokemon fan, they would have no idea, and I'm genuinely curious how many people are aware of these, so let me know in the comments. But anyways, I'm Blue Boy Finn, and let's get into this. I start this video off with the biggest facts on this list, and that is the gift Pokemon in Heart Gold Soul Silver that has been undiscovered for over 10 years, in 2020. And was only found when a Reddit user that goes by Alabama the Guy was attempting to soft-lock their game by trapping themselves in Cyanwood City, without a Pokemon that knows surf or a way to obtain one. As a soft-lock prevention method, there is an NPC in the Cyanwood Pokemon Center that gives you a gift Tentacool if your game meets those conditions. And it can even be shiny hunted. This is one of the coolest things ever to me, and it makes me wonder what other mysteries still lie in these games, even after all these years. If you enter Rock Tunnel in Pokemon Yellow and happen to level Pikachu to level 26, where it learns Thunderbolt, you'll be greeted by this interesting animation that plays and lights up the cave temporarily. In Generation 5 of Pokemon, the best generation, when you are on any route in the game, the drums of the music will only play when you are moving. If you're standing still, the drums will completely stop. I actually recorded a little bit of gameplay so you can see. So we all know in Pokemon XD Yellow Darkness and Colosseum, there are some interesting changes to shiny forms of some Pokemon. But there's one in particular that I find to be incredibly interesting, and that Pokemon is Vaporeon. Huge shout out to the in the community, Mr. Alpha, who shiny Eevee in this game and told me about this. When you evolve your Eevee into a Vaporeon, it acquires this that literally every Pokemon has in this game makes no sense. Although it's not exclusive to the shiny version, I think it makes the shiny version look incredible. Next fact, Hugh from Pokemon Black and White 2 is the best rival in all of Pokemon. That's totally not my opinion and an irrefutable fact. Okay, maybe that's my opinion, but he's the only rival to punch an evil team member, and that's pretty badass. I mean, come on. The 3 legendary dogs, although not obtainable in Ruby and Sapphire, it's possible they could have claimed to have been. The reason for that is there's a rendition of the legendary dog theme present in the game, in the classic Hoenn sound font, and you're listening to it right now, but sadly it went unused in the final release, and that honestly makes me kind of sad, because these are some of my favorite legendary Pokemon ever created. But there's also a few more unused tracks in the game from Johto region, another being Route 38. So maybe the team is just having fun remixing these absolute jammers.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You probably know about Shucky, the gift Shuckle in the Johto region, but did you know it can't be shiny in Heart Gold Soul Silver, but it can in Gold Silver Crystal? Black and White 2 are the only main series games where the protagonist is canonically older than usual. Following that idea, there's multiple themes in the game targeted for a slightly more mature audience. For example, you can get a romantic partner in Black and White 2, or Curtis. And if you follow their quest, you can get some Pokemon trainers that you otherwise can't find anywhere in the Unova region, such as Ralts, Spiritomb, and Pokemon Masters. No. Pokemon Masters Arena, the PC game. Never played it? Good, don't. It's probably the best game of all. It's a happy kids game. Puzzles and minigames that I can promise you could be within 10 seconds. These one of the quiz questions is, which of these Pokemon cannot be found in the Safari Zone? In the image, they are clearly referring to Staryu, as you can get Heracross on Ruby Sapphire Emerald and Pinsir in Fire and Leaf Green. Well, guess what, Pokemon Masters Arena, if that even is your real name? Technically speaking, that is kind of false. In Pokemon Gold and Silver's fabled unreachable Safari Zone, if you glitch inside of it and fish into the water, guess what you can get? Yeah, that's right, Staryu, baby. Legends have some of the coolest cryptic puzzles to obtain them in any Pokemon game. But did you know these puzzles were inspired by the hyper-games of the mysterious Under the Truck fiasco? And speaking of Regis, did you know they're all based on time periods in the real world? Regice representing the Ice Age, Regirock representing the Stone Age, and Registeel representing the Iron/Bronze Age. And the two newest additions, Regieleki and Regidrago, representing the Modern and Dark Ages respectively. Speaking of Gen 3, there's also a 1 out of 64 chance to see a hiker climbing Mount Chimney when you ride the ski lift. And I got way too excited when I found one. Oh, there he is! That was exciting! Did you see him? It's 1 out of 64. Sorry, that was so loud. This next one is incredibly interesting to me. So in Generation 4, things in the game change depending on what day you play the game. Days like director Junichi Masuda's birthday increase the rate which eggs will hatch by a whopping 10%. Important dates like holidays such as Christmas Eve, Independence Day, Veterans Day, and many, many more all increase the rate in which you encounter wild Pokemon by 5%. While days that world tragedies occur, the encounter rate decreases by 10%. Although this is a seemingly meaningless change, this feature is one of those things that adds a certain kind of magic and care to the older Pokemon game, and this was still carried in the series. When you're making your own in Pokemon Sword and Shield, there's a chance a Pokemon will wander into your camp for you to obtain, and they can even be shiny. Did you know that Ken Sugimori, the man who drew all the official art for literally every single Pokemon, also created the Pokemon logo? I bet his only regret was drawing this guy. I bet you didn't know that Pokemon came out with a typing game for the Nintendo DS that came with a keyboard to connect to your DS. The game was called Pokemon Typing Adventure, and the soundtrack was actually so good. You're actually listening to one of the songs off it right now. Did you know there are berries in the main series Pokemon games that are exclusive to Japan? In Generation 3, there were 12 berries distributed by the e-reader cards. If you were to theoretically obtain an e-reader card and an e-reader and transfer one of the berries up to Generation 5 or beyond, they would become a mysterious Enigma berry, which if held by a Pokemon has the following effects. When a Pokemon holds an Enigma berry and is hit by a super effective move, it will recover 1/4 of its HP. Some of you might know that Sword and Shield's shiny hunting method is actually broken, and you do not get the right amount of boosted shiny odds after 500 KOs. But that's not the first time something like this has happened, even in the main series Pokemon games. In Pokemon Emerald, there's a coding error that makes the game behave as if it has a dead save battery, meaning you can't use it for a shiny Pokemon. Because instead of generating new frames, every time you soft reset or just boot up your game, Emerald always puts you back to frame 0. So unless you got pretty lucky and there's a shiny frame in your first 100 frames, soft resetting for a shiny is useless. If you want to know more about this and some ways to get around it, the Collector has some great videos about it, link in description. There is a very interesting item only present in Pokemon Gold Silver Crystal, only found in Cerulean Cave, called the Berserk Gene, that raises your Pokemon's attack by 2 stages, but also confuses you, kind of like using the on yourself. This is probably a reference to a popular theory about the famous Berserker mushrooms that Vikings would eat to enter a disassociative trance-like state and move non-stop. Kind of a dark thing to bring to a Pokemon game. The touch boxes in Diamond and Pearl on Nintendo DS were created to be larger, so you could touch them with your fingers. Some staff originally did not like this idea because they thought the DS would get game. In March of 2005, a Pokemon theme park opened in Nagoya, Aichi, Japan, called Pokemon, complete with bumper cars, Ferris wheels, trains, and all assortments of rides. But most interestingly, you could also receive exclusive Pokemon. You could bring your Game Boy Advance and connect to machines that distributed the Pokemon via an app. And they weren't any random Pokemon either. Although not legendary, they possessed special moves that otherwise these Pokemon would never be able to learn, such as Halo with Feather Dance, a Pichu with Follow Me, and an Igglybuff with Tickle. Sadly, Pokemon shut down only 4 months after opening in September of that same year, but one very intriguing possibility remains. Because of the way these Pokemon were received, the Pokemon values such as nature, gender, and IVs were different each time, meaning that they were. And I'd like to think that at the very least, just one kid during these years received a shiny gift Pokemon. And if this were the case, and for example, someone hatched a shiny Taillow from the event, because of the small window of time these were available and the multitude of Pokemon distributed by the event, it would most likely be the only shiny Taillow in the entire world that knows Feather Dance legitimately. And I think that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching. If you're being here, subscribing and liking, there's people out here who enjoy this kind of thing, and it inspires me to make more. Also, come say hello on my Twitch. I'm probably live right now, playing Pokemon. But that's it. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Pokemon. A series beloved by millions of fans across 6 continents. It's a series that has managed to stand the test of time, growing over the past 2 decades as an entertainment icon around the world. Becoming the highest grossing franchise of all time, it has earned an estimated $100 billion with a B years since its inception. With its recent resurgence in Pokemon Go earning more than $4 billion in 2020, Pokemon continues to dominate the world. However, not all is well in paradise. A disease, if you will, has taken root and has begun to spread. A disease that very well will dictate the future of the franchise. A disease of stagnation and comfortability that now has become visible to the masses. I'm an avid fan. I've been playing Pokemon ever since Gold and Silver released in 1999, and I haven't stopped since, always humming the tune of the original theme song during my school days, watching VHSs of the latest movie that was released, watching the anime, even obtaining some of the trading cards just to get ripped off in a bad trade by trading away a super sought after Charizard for a Haunter because I really loved Ghost Pokemon was a pastime. Pokemon is near and dear to me, and with this love, I've come to embrace what makes Pokemon so special. Its creatures, its adventures, and its world. Part of Pokemon's cadence of fun comes from speculating what's next on the horizon. What Game Freak is actually conjuring up in their Japanese offices, secret from the rest of society. Every generation, a group of fans, me included, jump to the bit for any morsel of new info and information on what's to come in the new mainline game. For any YouTube video that may give us a glimpse of what's to come. It's like nerd cocaine for drug addicts. What features are going to be introduced this time? What's the region and theme maker? What about the characters? And most important of all, the Pokemon. In recent times, however, the inside of me has begun to take shape. I can't sit by and not voice my mixture of excitement, yet fear about the future of this Titan, the future of a childhood friend, the future of a world filled with adventure and mystery, the future of Pokemon. Pokemon is now celebrating its year anniversary, a major feat. Surely there will be plenty of announcements and news coming from the Pokemon project to celebrate the occasion. Dare I say, we are in the right time and space for it. As a community, we tend to question what's the next game to come, and what may it change. Seeing as it's now been 25 years that Pokemon has been around though, I figured it's time to take a different approach. Instead of looking at the next year, or speculating on the next game, why don't we peer forward? 25 years. 25 years is an extremely long time. Do you remember what you were doing 25 years ago? Maybe you were in first grade eating Dunkaroos and choking on Lego pieces. I don't know. Maybe you were eating dirt. Maybe you didn't even exist yet. It's a long time. There's no magic ball though. So everything I present here is more conjecture. More of a guess at what Pokemon will actually look like. There's a reason I really wanted to take on something like this. As a franchise, I'm actually quite worried about Pokemon. Now when I say worry, I don't mean I think Pokemon will die. It's silly for me to even fathom that. Quite frankly, Pokemon is here to stay for decades to come, and potentially continue to be as popular as it is now, unlike its counterparts. But as I mentioned earlier, there's that disease I feel that has taken root. The disease of stagnation. It's time to examine it so we can get a glimpse of where we are at. Ultimately, this is just my opinion, and there's a possibility I could be completely wrong. I mean, if you told me 10 years ago we would get yet another remake of the Kanto one, I would have spat my drink right at you. Or if you told me the next team would be called Team Yell, I would have just yelled at you myself. Ultimately, I want to provide an idea for a more overarching change in direction we see for Pokemon. And undoubtedly, I'll probably end up doing a lot of what I want to see as well. I'll try to put it through the lens of if it's even possible that it could happen to begin with. Of course, if you have your opinions, you know where to leave them. I would love to have a conversation and see what you all have to say. Now, before we continue, there are 3 things I want to bring up. Number 1, in making this video, I slowly began to realize that on top of trying to accurately predict the future of Pokemon, I couldn't help but just add in what I, as an individual, want to see. I also state a lot of critiques of the series, some potentially controversial, of which people may disagree with. Or for all I know, maybe much of what I'll be saying is something you vibe with. Either way, your opinions are valid and I would love to hear from you in the comments. Just keep it civil. Number 2, there's a lot I'm going to be talking about in this essay. Some, if not a majority of this video, will assume that you have some knowledge of Pokemon as a series. Nothing too in-depth or crazy, but just a holistic view of it. As such, I hope not to get my facts wrong. If I do, and I find out about that, I'll make sure to post corrections in the description below. And I welcome you guys to point out if I made a mistake here and there.
Number 3, I want to give a major shout out to Nintendo Unity, Nintendo Utopia, Nintendo Movies, and Rabbit Retrospect Games for much, if not all, of the game footage shown in this video. Recording older Pokemon titles can be time-consuming and cumbersome, especially with older pieces of handheld hardware. But it's thanks to them I was able to put this video together with high-quality footage. Links to their respective channels will be in the description below, so feel free to check them out. Number 3.3, I guess? So, a lot of this footage is from those 4 sources that I did mention just now, but I also used some footage that came from other sources as well. And if that ever happens, I'll make sure to credit them at that point in the video. Otherwise, all the video has been taken from those original 4 sources. I just wanted to make that little amendment there. Number 4. So if you haven't noticed yet, I sound way different now than I did in the beginning of the video. And that's because I'm doing an additional voiceover after my original recording, and I actually have a different and I think better microphone. So I do sound different. So I do apologize if it's a little jarring at first. I'll try to keep these little amendments minimal, but at any point in the video, if I feel like I need to make an additional comment or make a little editor's note, I will be using this microphone, so I hope it's not too jarring to anyone. And yeah, that's another thing. There will be editor's notes throughout this video. Hopefully not too many, but
if I feel like I need to just bring up something, then I'll just plug something in here. It actually leads to my fifth, and I promise this is the final point. Of course, my timing is absolutely impeccable. Just a couple of hours ago, Pokemon Company announced Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is their first legit open world game. And funny enough, a big chunk of this video is about Pokemon going open world. So with that being said, I actually think this video is even more relevant than before, because now we actually have context for what Pokemon Company is going to do with an open world game. So I'll try to add in a couple additional editor's notes such as this when we're talking about that, just so that I can include my updated feelings now that we actually have footage of seemingly their first ever open world game, which again, it's something we talk about extensively throughout this video. So I can't wait to talk about that, because holy crap. Okay, so I think I'm done now. Let's actually get back to the video.
Before we begin to take a look at Pokemon's potential future, I feel we must take a step back and see how we even got here. Only then can we fully understand. In order to look forward, we need to look backwards. Pokemon began with Pokemon Red version and Pokemon Blue version in 1996. Here is wild for so many. It's a whole new world. Catch and form into the player's own team. This RPG experience was new for many. The experience in training and leveling up your own team cemented a place in childhoods that those people would never forget. And as it turns out, an experience that would be chased for years to come to this very day. Red and Blue were juggernauts of a game, featuring a full region to explore with over 150 collectible creatures. The series became an instant hit. The idea was that this was the player's team that they raised. The player could even go as far as nicknaming their Pokemon, adding their own personal touch to their roster. A special feature in this game, too, was the ability to connect Pokemon's in their Game Boys via a link cable to trade Pokemon that was this mechanic, certain Pokemon are able to evolve to their more powerful forms. Pokemon always had plans to just one generation, as was evident with Ash's gazing into the sky in episode 1. With even more Pokemon in play, my first game was Pokemon Silver Ash. After spending years watching anime, I made my own copy of it. And this region of Kanto from Red and Blue was also explored. It actually made the game twice as big as the original. The game also introduced the egg system, allowing Pokemon with moves learned from the parents of the egg. Many baby Pokemon, the pre-evolutions of Magmar and Electabuzz, were introduced. Like Hoot Hoot. I do want to make note, we are skipping over some versions like Yellow and Crystal, being as the catalyst of Generation 3, with a plot delving into the story of the legendary Pokemon that governed the land and sea. I absolutely fell in love with it even more. With competing Magmar and Aqua, wanting to evolve the seas before the Earth was special. It's really crazy. Who the hell had a great idea of this entire ecosystem? What's wrong with you? I guess they did. Pokemon experimented with remember the Reggies and couldn't look up the answer to the puzzle. It wasn't necessarily the most basic, but talking to friends about it was out of the question. 3 hours of the morning, and one fateful day, I thought to myself, what if this was an alphabet? Assumed that each portion of text resembled a letter in the English alphabet. I went up to the main wall, matched the letters, and bam! After over a year of wondering what was in the cave, I solved the ancient riddle. I met my first legendary Reggie. It was an experience I will never forget. Ruby and Sapphire received mechanical updates with abilities and natures as well, adding more complexity and depth to its RPG core, as there were now more stats to consider in your Pokemon. We also were introduced to Digimon for the very first time, which would become a mainstay in the competitive scene. The battles for greater variety and complexity in strategies. As time continued onward with Generation 4, Diamond and Pearl. We introduced our first glimpses of 3D graphics in the core mainline series. Remember the 3D buildings? As I once was also a little baby, this was mind-blowing. And forget Land and Sea, now we were talking about Pokemon that governed time and space with the dimension in between. Why stop there though? We met God itself. Officially for some. The event to unlock Arceus was never actually released in the US. We also had...
What you mean, bruh? You got 30 legendaries? I don't. I wish I did. So now I gotta run up. Oh, no, I only got 9 legendaries, bro. You can't even catch a Pikachu?
That's alright.
Yeah, bro, look my shiny. Look, he's very shiny, bro. Very, very shiny. And then we got the shiny. What? There's no hacks to get shinies, bro. I got those out of the raids.
She got a text from my ex. She said that she getting colder. Baby, it's all on my shoulder.
He said, nope, I don't care. Hacks. It's not hacks, trust me. You fighting me again? Yo.
Sent it, bro. Sent it. Nah, there's no hacks in the game, bro. It's called rain passes. Oh, they're rain, and all we do. You know what? I'm gonna finish talking yet.
Yep, yes you are.
Because you look like you shit. I messed up there. No, I'm a murderer. I'm not gonna use my shield.
No, that's not.
What?
I didn't speak of with this knife. Oh my god.
You're gonna shield on this though. If you don't shield on this, it's off.
I'm not gonna use a shield. I'm literally red.
just to kill you. No! I thought I had one more Pokemon. There is a hat. Yeah, I heard about that, but like, you really can't. How you gonna TP around and catch a Pokemon?
Oh, the lures went off.
What's his Zerpon?
I just demolished that one.
Twice. I told you, man, my Pokemon are good. Also, what, he's gonna spoof over to you to give you a Zerpon? Yeah, man, that's bullshit. Like, I don't see how people caught those. Like, I never run into that shit. Do I have that Pokemon in me?
Do you want to battle again?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to figure out what this guy is talking about. Let's talk about some crazy ass Pokemon. I don't even know what he'll be on there. He's looking at me. This might be a shiny Charmander. Well, he was like staring at me, so it might be. Because supposedly when they look at you, that's when they're shiny.
Yeah, the ramp was looking at me.
Nah, non-shiny. Bullshit.
Oh, he said they might be shinies, but sometimes they're not.
Damn, bro, we gotta need to go over here. We're like so close. Yeah, that means getting up out and on over there, but I need that raid.
Yeah, it's a challenge for me too.
Whoa.
I have so many raid challenges.
What's the raid challenge? Event special. I need to do a mega raid.
Me too.
And then I'll unlock all that shit. I need to purify some Pokemon, but I ain't doing that shit, bro.
Purify some shitty.
I need to purify two more Pokemon.
Purify some shitty.
Alright, so
now look up Purify, P-U-R-I-F.
Nah, they're gonna be Shadow, right?
Oh yeah, that's it, Shadow. Shitty.
That's still a lot to purify, bro.
1,000 to purify. You're streaming, you can't come over here.
Yeah.
Ramen, you can't come over here. Ramen, you can't come over here. He said he wants to fight you.
Yeah, I got you.
Roman,
Howie, are you gonna listen?
Yeah.
Roman, turn your camera off.
Oh, my bad.
Go to bed.
Continue down this path that we are walking down, or will there be a seismic shift? The game opened my eyes to just what was happening to Pokemon on a deeper, more philosophical level. Welcome to the world of Sword and
And yeah, we'll talk about that other game that's coming after that too.
I want to also reiterate before I continue that despite my critiques, I love Pokemon through and through, even Sword and Shield. There was just a lot that I began to notice. The game so many were hoping for, unfortunately, instead, we received what felt like a small jump, a reiteration of what we saw, except with cut content. Undoubtedly, the biggest controversy was that there is no national Pokedex. For this day to come, seeing that Game Freak was approaching 1,000 unique features, but it was still a bummer. And that was on top of no Z moves and no Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolution was no longer endgame content like it was in Sun and Moon. It was just cut entirely, with almost no mention of it ever existing. I don't want to bash on Game Freak too hard though, as there are positives we did see with Generation 8. And also keep in mind, this was done on behalf of a little under 150 people in 4 years. Game Freak always looks to innovate and add something to the core games that wasn't there previously, which I do respect, like the previously mentioned triple battles and even the egg system. And this will be something that never changes in the future. You are always going to have something new to sink your teeth into with Game Freak. That's something I think they really do pride themselves on. For Generation 8, the hit new kid on the block was Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing was a new concept where your Pokemon would grow to a tantalizing size, gaining HP and other smaller effects. On top of this, there were also raid battles where you and up to 3 other players, either real or AI, would team up in co-op to take down sometimes very strong Pokemon that were Dynamaxed. And it was the first time we got
Yeah, bro, watch. You're like level 50 and shit. Dang, I'm like literally halfway to level 29. I'm at level 30 grand.
Huh?
Halfway to level 29, bro.
Yeah. Finally! I caught them, something. Did he add me back? I want to fight him too. He's probably gonna win, but oh well. We need some levels, though. They won't let me battle because he's not a high enough level. What level is he?
8.
He has to be a level 10.
We gotta get 2 more levels so we can battle.
Damn, that sucks. I'll use Kooky Dookie Pokemon to win. I will use one good person. I really want to fight you again. Because I added new attacks to him. I added Water Pulse, Accent Power, and Rock Smash. Did it give you the invite?
Yep.
We start off with the same Poke Pokeball, bro.
I knew that was coming. My attack was ready, so I didn't even use it.
Well, if you block me, you ain't getting me. He's gonna instant kill. This time you're gonna use it. Why you're yeah, you fucked up, bro. Charizard's all the way gonna get his attack up every time.
What the fuck?
Bro, if I led with Charizard every time, I'd just instant all the time.
This is my last block.
Cause guess what? Chop chop. I like you, I like you. Alright, we still got one more Pokemon.
Yeah, this is my last one. What the fuck? And I have so much shield.
Nah, I see, the thing is I learned how to play. I learned how you play and I can counter it every time. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. What the fuck?
Oh, you got a big lag.
That was lag. No, that one I won, but that was lag, bro. You won because of lag.
Go.
You're lucky you won because of lag.
Bro, that was a big ass lag spike.
I know, bro. I couldn't do shit.
Happened to the world in 25 years. Think about it. In the 90s, the internet was just in its infancy. iPhones didn't exist and Walkmans were on the craze. Remember these? Now non-existent. Unless you look hard enough, they're still morning cartoons. But with all the time that has passed, let's potential avenues. Anything can happen, and I can do much of what I discuss. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I guess it's fun throwing your ideas into the internet ether. Fortune teller. I would trade my life savings on the stock market and totally bet on GME way earlier before anyone else. And work my 9 to black. Just tell you Pokemon. What if I was right on much of this? I mean, I feel like some things are pretty. At the end, I really only see 2 paths in this franchise. Path of innovation, change, or path of development. And with exploration comes the big. Can you guess what it is? It's the oh so infamous word we hear all the time now. Articles as well. Open world. And you have undoubtedly heard people. What does that mean? Talk about having the trainer explore anywhere they want with little. Is it about having a world much bigger than what we were used to now? Well, I would go with yes for all of those, as I think.
I mean, just look at Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's clearly a direction they're going to go in, and we're going to talk more about that.
Let's dive deeper. Everyone clamor for an open world experience anyway. What makes it so special? There are so many hypotheses out there that can address this. The whole idea of an open world is centered around that second word, world. Video games began as just a game, a competition between 2 or even more parties. But as technology evolved, developers began exploring in a single player environment with a more story-driven experience. Remember games like Pac-Man, Pong, and Space Invaders from the 70s? Came out around that time too, in 1970 to be precise, called Jet Rocket. This was known to be the first ever open-world video game, allowing